That's how we do in the penitentiary, baby. Tostadas, coleslaw, applesauce, noodles with a chicken patty, and some seaweed and cornbread. Yeah!
But where's the newspaper articles on all this shit? So you see nothing when it comes to these corrupt ass pieces of shit, right? Magistrate Judge Dennis Coda of the Eastern District Court recently ruled in a Price lawsuit. That's where Ronnie Price was killed in New Folsom Prison in 2016. Well, the judge ruled that Warden Lynch and Associate Warden Boughman directly participated in the cover-up of the murder. That they knew personally that the COs were telling the Price family that he was killed by Hostility. See, the judge said they actually knew that and were covered it up. The judge also ruled that Lynch and Boughman ruled over a prison for years of corruption, that where guards were assaulting prisoners, lying to cover each other up and falsifying reports. The judge said that Lynch and Boughman were directly responsible for the corruption because the guards knew they had a green light to do whatever they wanted over the code of silence that Lynch and Boughman encouraged. They were aware of it and they encouraged it, the judge said. So there it is. This ain't coming from nobody but a federal judge that they ruled over a corrupt-ass prison where they were assaulting inmates, putting drugs in their cells. Judge ruled that they were implicated in another murder of another prisoner in November 2016. The bottom line is the judge ruled that Boughman and Lynch were the overseers and knew what was going on and were covering it up and encouraging it. So I'm sure that's why Warden Lynch hurried up and retired before that ruling came out. That's why he retired to get his full benefits. So, but you see, where's that in the newspaper? Where's that in the news? You don't see none of that. Yeah, I just read that yesterday. That's a new ruling in the district court. Piece of shit, huh? So I mean, there's no. Them two dudes were directly responsible. Now, and the judge said that through their encouragement and complicity, that gave the guards a free will to they knew through the code signs they could get away with anything, and so they did that shit for years. And that's fucking crazy, man. And they're sitting there having us arrested. They're sitting there telling us we're working that crime. Boy, that's a good one.
Okay.
Well, let's see where this. But the Price lawsuit is still ongoing. That was just a recent ruling because Boughman and Lynch tried to get the lawsuit dismissed against them. While they were saying, well, they were the superiors, they didn't know what was going on, and the judge blasted their ass by saying, no, you knew exactly what was going on. You had the reports, you were encouraging it, and you were complicit in the cover-up. That they actually participated in all the cover-up and the falsifying the records. Steele, that's the dude that ended up getting killed in Missouri. But he's the whistleblower. The judge ruled that he was a part of the cover-up of the Price family where Steele was directly telling the Price family that Hostility killed them. And so I guess he had a guilty conscience, and that's why he blew the whistle on all what they were doing. So he had inside knowledge because he was a part of it. That's why they banned him from coming into prison after he blew the whistle on him. But yeah, he was directly responsible for all the cover-up, and that's why they turned on him, because he's the one that blew the whistle on the whole thing.
Hey there, I'm Officer Martinez. Been at California State Prison, Sacramento since 2008. Let me tell you about Sergeant Steele. At first we thought he was just different. Steele would let the transgender inmates hug in the day room. Kinda weird, right? But then things got stranger. He'd do these investigations for the inmates. We started to wonder what was really going on. One day I caught Steele telling an inmate that we were all plotting against them. It was all lies, man. Dangerous lies. See, in here, trust is everything. If there's no trust in your partners, who can you trust? Steele wasn't just bending the rules. He was putting all of us at risk.
I'm Sergeant Steele.
I'm Sergeant Steele.
This is Sergeant Steele. It is the 20th of July at approximately 12 o'clock. I'm conducting an interview. Go ahead and tell me what you were about to tell me about going to the rotunda.
That's where
SEALs will take you to get beat up.
You said when you entered the rotunda, something, it felt.
It just didn't feel right, man.
Tell me why.
Because I seen all the cops.
Are you able to sit up enough that we can film your back?
Yeah.
I can put this up to help you, and then I'll just put it down once you're up. So last night, when I first met you, first time I'd ever met you before, right? I walked in here and I asked you what happened, and what did you tell me?
I hit the doorknob.
Because there were 2 officers in the room at that time.
Yeah.
I asked those 2 officers to leave, and we had another conversation.
Yeah.
It was recorded. At that time, you told me what?
That they had fucked me up, man.
You're on the floor. You've hit your chin, your mouth area, this side of your face. Thank you. And then what happens?
Somebody grabbed me by the head and slammed it into the ground.
But other than that, the judge said that there was other reports that the court got a hold of that many, I will say this, other guards were trying to write reports about the corruption going on there, and they were silenced by the warden, by Boughman and Lynch, silenced the guards that were trying to bring all this attention to the corruption, and they silenced them. But Lynch and Boughman, the judge ruled that Boughman and Lynch suppressed all those guards that were trying to bring things to light. Well, but where's the newspaper articles on all this shit? So you see nothing when it comes to these corrupt ass pieces of shit, right?